Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, hip people. First on our agenda this afternoon, we're going to have a opening ceremony, Sumaji, and an Indian prayer by Anthony Francis. Jennifer McDonald, Tracy Ryan, Heather Burke, Michelle Murphy, Jody Pond, Sheldon Burnett, Barbara Daly, Andrew Noel, and Chief Robert Levi. At this time, we'd like Chief Robert Levi to come up and for his speech.
There you go. Kisku na ay guys. Ito may ko ako na madyo no kang itigan mo si walang ko ay. At the same time, show mo ako isang ko again ay. Like you know now, no ga kung mo gino ay a culture min what mega wala to me this time this video ni gina. It's something that guys now muni ay kung mo ngayo heart to me na. Kasi kaya al dayo this is my panas to me uno mega wala video ay. Kali ang sumalo ay lagi namin activities that kung mo gino ay our culture I guess more than willing I share a lot of no I guess our tradition. Thank you very much, and I guess we'll start. And I want to welcome everybody this afternoon to our community. I have a little stuff here that I wrote down that I want to say, I guess. And first of all, the elders, members of council, representatives of the United Parcel Service, UPS, and members of the Canadian Aboriginal Sports Circle. I know we have one here, Foster Augustine. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Big Cove and welcome to our Mi'kmaq territory. My name is Robert Levi and I'm Chief of Big Cove. It's the largest Mi'kmaq community in New Brunswick. We've gathered here today to welcome and I guess honor and thank the people from the United Parcel Service for their extraordinary donations of this equipment, this sporting equipment, and it's valued at around $25,000. It's equipment that's badly needed for our community. This is an enormous act of kindness and generosity. It has touched us all very deeply. You know, Big Cove was selected by the United Parcel, I guess, Service and by the Canadian Aboriginal Sports Circle as only one of 8 First Nations across Canada to be honored with this gift of equipment. We're also very especially honored that this was the only First Nations in the Maritimes to be selected. We thank you very much, UPS, for your kindness. We thank the Canadian Aboriginal Sports Circle also for their consideration in providing this equipment to us. Okay, sports, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the sports before I get into the United Parcel Service on how they became involved in providing this. You know, sports is a very important factor in building leadership skills, also in building character, motivation, and self-esteem in our young people. The Big Cove is a very young community, and I've always said that in every presentation that I make. It's a very young community in the sense that almost 70% of our over 2,000 people are under the age of 30, and that over 1,100 of them are under the age of 18, and you can see that here. There's a very small number here. The sports equipment that we have here today will help our youth develop important life skills within a community that's already well known for its sport history. You know, Big Cove over the years, and I know a lot of people know this and a lot of people don't know this, you know, Big Cove has produced some extraordinary athletes in the past. You know, from our baseball teams of the 20s, 30s, 40s, right up to present. And even my own grandfather, Johnny Peters, one time he was one of the most recognized skating champions in this part of the province. You know, not so many people knew that. And he went and he broke his barrier of being in the reserve all the time, and he became a very well-known and respected boxer in his younger days. People like Everett Sanipaz that became a role model for a lot of us, that he broke into the National Hockey League. It was chosen first overall in the NHL entry draft, I think in 1986. And he played for teams like Chicago, Quebec, and I forget some other teams. But he was also a very good inspiration. So we've produced a lot of our provincial class and even world class athletes here. The sports equipment will ensure that that legacy and that heritage continues. It's a heritage and legacy that has helped me during my lifetime. You know, it was sport that saw me through the most difficult periods in my life. I competed very highly, competitively in the sport of kickboxing. And the lessons that I learned and the discipline that I received in that sport helped me become a better person. And I always say that it certainly helped me to be in that position of what I am today because of the lessons that I learned as being the chief of Big Cove, which is the greatest job and I think the greatest community in the world. So UPS, so for this, we thank you very much. Now, a couple other things. See, this equipment here, you know, we hope to have some of our people, hopefully by next year, to compete at the North American Indigenous Games. Now, these games are like the Olympic Games, but it's a native game. And they've been held every 2 years for the past, I think, 5 or 6 events. Now the next one is going to be in 1999. This program will continue with the UPS, will continue to go on with the Native people. Now just to go back a little bit, and I'm just a little bit behind, I guess, on the history, but if I make a few mistakes, and I know that the manager of the local UPS, this program that they've got under it, it's called the Sports Legacy. And it works with, in conjunction, I guess, with the Olympic Association and with the Pan Am Games, the Commonwealth. What they've done is, the Sports Legacy has been in existence for about 11 years, from my understanding. And what they do, they donate a lot of sporting equipment to a lot of people worldwide. And I think this might be the first year that they're doing it with the First Nation. That's my understanding. So it is certainly something that is very well received. Now the Canadian Aboriginal Sports Circle is a committee, and it's basically the voice of Aboriginal sports in Canada. It's officially recognized, I think it was recognized in 1995 by the AFN, and just this last fall it was endorsed by the First Ministers of Canada at a meeting somewhere out west. Now this committee is made up of 2 representatives per province and territory. And in our own province of New Brunswick, the 2 people that represent are in the committee. We have our own Foster Augustine is one of the members, and I think Jay Capron of Eel River Barn. Now the committee itself meets quite regularly all over the country. They sit down, they talk about the needs of the Aboriginal people in terms of sports. They decide where the next North American Indigenous Games will be held. They work in conjunction with the UPS and with other organizations in putting on events just like this. So I think I've spoken taken enough time here, but I certainly want to thank everybody for showing up. I want to thank our UPS people here. I thank Foster for putting this together. Thank our First Nations brothers and sisters in the Maritimes for giving us that opportunity to be the first Native community to be the recipients of this equipment. So it's certainly an honor. Again, one last time we want to thank you. We do have a few other stuff that's going to go on. We're going to have a luncheon here that's going to be provided for our guests. It's something that we feel it's important. It's part of our culture. It's basically a traditional feast where we have some moose meat, some salmon, some Indian cooking. It's something that we hope that you'll remember for a long time. So, okay, without further ado, I guess I'm going to give it back to our chairperson and our MC, our principal, Mr. Ivan Augustine. Thank you.
Distinguished guests and fellow UPSers, we are delighted that you could join us today on this special occasion. We are very excited about celebrating the UPS Olympic Sports Legacy Program, a program whereby UPS Canada purchased and collected new sports equipment for use in recreation and charitable organizations. Now underway in 7 countries on 4 continents, this program is the most far-reaching philanthropic initiative in our company's 90-year history. The UPS Olympic Sports Legacy Program builds on a distinguished history of UPS charitable giving. In 1997, UPS donated more than $765,000 to charities and associations across Canada through the efforts of the UPS Foundation, the charitable arm of UPS, and the company's involvement in the United Way. Our goal for the UPS Olympic Sports Legacy Program is to use our global reach and our worldwide partnership with the Olympic movement to celebrate opportunities that might not otherwise exist, for children to experience the benefits of sports and sports participation. In all, UPS will donate 500,000 pieces of equipment through the Olympic Sports Legacy Program to children's organizations worldwide, everything from skipping rope to professional archery equipment. UPS Canada, with the help of the Canadian Olympic Association, selected a youth organization that matched the goals and objectives of the UPS Olympic Sports Legacy Program. This is how UPS came to form its partnership with the Aboriginal Sports Circle. The UPS Olympic Sports Legacy Program will be delivering sports equipment to 8 Aboriginal communities across Canada, and we are very pleased to have representatives from the Big Cove community here today. UPS believes by partnering with the Canadian Olympic Association and the Aboriginal Sports Circle, we've created a winning combination. We are proud to support the children and the youth of the Big Cove community. They serve as an inspiration for us all to strive for excellence, not only in sports, but in life. In everything that we do, to always put forth our very best effort. These children represent the future. They are tomorrow's champions. UPS already serves every community in Canada and the United States and delivers to more than 200 countries around the world. For us, the UPS Olympic Sports Legacy Program makes another type of commitment, a special commitment to provide our children and youth with healthier and more active lifestyles through the opportunities created by sports and recreation. I also have a message from Ray Burnett, the Premier. I'm sorry that I am unable to attend today's ceremony, but I did want to congratulate United Parcel Service, the Aboriginal Sports Council, and the people of Big Cove on this significant event. I have always believed that a healthy mind, spirit, and body are essential in helping us become valuable contributors to our society. I know that the Aboriginal communities like Big Cove have a strong tradition of competitive sport, and that this gift of sports equipment will be put to very good use. I especially encourage the young people of Big Cove to keep that tradition alive and take advantage of this opportunity. Again, my sincere congratulations to all. J. Raymond Burnett, Premier. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. D'Souza. Our next presentation is our drummers and our chanters again, 2 dances, a shawl dance and a traditional dance. should be on our way to the gymnasium.
Thank you guys for coming down. And the people here, we had a lot of people left, like the kids took right off. But we did have a few things that we'd like to give to you. The school itself, the kids provided you with the certificates, I guess, of appreciation. And also a couple of pins, some of them from our health center, some from the school. And we do have some baskets here that were weaved, I guess, by one of our basket makers, Louis Clare. We also have dream catchers in them. And I know there's all different sizes, and I think the best way to do it is for you guys to decide who gets what. Because you got the bigger ones and the small ones. That was done by Norma, I think. Leonard Augustine. There you go, my friend. Yeah, and again, the guys come up with here, and thank you. This one here? There you go. You got a little bit. Oh, I feel good at my band. You got it. You got it. You got it. Also got your all right. One of these guys. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now you got the pick. Maybe you should go with the pen. Yeah, that'd be nice. You get it. Congratulations. Okay. Thank you very much. You're gonna try it. All right. Maybe we'll send one down to the office.